Well, everybody, we made it to the end of this journey together. It is the final episode of Yellowish, Blue, and Pink. Thank you so much for supporting this project and our artists. Today wraps everything up, and today's episode is all about a call to action. We are going to hear from Blue. We are going to see the proposal between Yellow and Blue when they finally agree to be out of the vault and green and present in the world. And we're also going to hear an alternative voice from Pink. And Pink is someone who was originally painted with blue and is now having to deal with kind of that detachment. So we hope you enjoy today's episode and of course the Q&A that follows. And if you haven't already, please share this project with your friends and your family. We would love to see them taking in Yellowish, Blue, and Pink here on YouTube.
I contemplated my choice to paint a green masterpiece for months on end. My heart told me it was the right thing to do, and my mind was convinced that the world was in need of a good shaking. Change was on the horizon, and I was the painter that was going to make the first brushstroke.
Phew. Yellow, there's something I need to ask you.
Okay, I'm listening. Blue, you seem nervous. What is it?
I'd like to ask you through a poem I composed for you. We've been together for some time now, and I couldn't wait any longer to say it. Roses aren't allowed to be red, but I'm so happy I can be blue. I see a beautiful future filled with me and you. I'll proudly hold your hand where we can be seen, because I would be so happy if we became green. Yours truly, Blue.
Yes, Blue. I will absolutely be green with you.
No matter how supportive I feel for Yellow and Blue, my own situation is still new and painful. My feelings are very real. I am thankful for brave souls like Yellow and the Professor who dared to be true to themselves, even when most of society judged them. They are the ones who dared to come out when our world shouted, "Hide away!" I suppose there were times when I didn't think I could move on, didn't think I could make it. Nights when the wheels in my head wouldn't stop spinning, looking for a way to fix things and make it all perfect again. So many of those nights I thought I had reached my limit and that I simply couldn't do it anymore. I had this goal to find the light at the end of the canvas. I couldn't always see it, and I didn't know what the end would look like, but I had to believe that it was there. Pinks like me should be able to come out too. We should be able to tell our stories without fear, shame, or punishment. We had no control over what happened to us. We must live in truth in order to complete the healing journey toward being our authentic color. I am hopeful for a better tomorrow for all, regardless of hue.
I am here on the Bald Vlog to declare that Yellow and I are proud to be green. Green is the color of nature. It symbolizes natural growth. We must grow as a society to recognize that all colors are beautiful. That is why we raise the rainbow flag today. It is a flag that represents life, healing, vitality, nature, art, harmony, and spirit. We possess all of these qualities. We are this flag, painted with all of the colors, including those banished to the vault. One paint color is no better than the other, and we all must work in harmony to create true beauty. How silly it is to say that one color cannot be painted next to another. This is why I ask you to join me in urging the Society of Life Art to allow all colors to be painted together, no matter what hue. It's time to come out of the vault and be accepted. Accept us. Accept green.
Thanks everybody for watching today's episode of Yellowish, Blue, and Pink. Of course, you know that we have been asking some questions of our cast as a little Q&A after each episode. And so we are going to start with Kayleigh, who played Pink. And Kayleigh, we just want to know if we're looking for some great LGBTQ representation out there in the media, whether it be someone that's a member of that community or an ally, who are you listening to? Who are you following? What should we watch?
Well, if you're looking for a great ally, I can't think of anybody better than Miss Dolly Parton. She is a rhinestone angel who sings from the heart, and she's one of those just pure talents that is wholesome and doesn't discriminate, doesn't judge, and she will, throw out the most random jokes at you, and you feel like you're talking to your best friend.
Well, I love that you mentioned kind of that role of the friend too, and her kind of being the best friend, because something that's really important to me in this piece is just, and actually throughout my entire life, is just having that person that understands why you made the choices you made possibly, and remaining a friend and kind of remaining a person in your life, understanding that, sometimes we choose a path and it might be at the downfall or the kind of the disruption of a friend. So thanks for bringing that up, because I do really feel like we need that strong support system in our life. So Sarah and Jonathan, we've asked you a lot of different questions throughout our Q&A, and I thought we'd just wrap it up with asking you a little bit about your characters, Blue and the Professor, and just seeing if there's any lines that stood out to you. So Sarah, what's a line that maybe stood out to you that the professor said that's important, leaving some message with our viewers?
The line that always just totally gets to me is "It's who I am. You can't help what you think is beautiful." When I played this, when I was in the show before and I got to play Purple, I was at that point in my life an ally and a friend, and since then have come to the conclusion that I am also a part of the community in a different way. And so being able to play this role and understand it from a different point of view has really been a beautiful experience for me.
Jonathan, how about you? Is there something that Blue says that stands out to you?
Well, I mean, for one thing, pretty much his entire text is very relatable to me, because I feel very related in his experiences of trying to figure himself out and trying to figure out his own identity. I relate a lot to that with my own coming out experience, but I particularly really love the last line of his monologue where he says, "It's time to come out of the vault and be accepted, accept us, accept green," because I feel even sometimes in every group and major group and marginalized group, there sometimes can be a person's own self-reflection within the group as to where they fit, as to where they belong. And I felt that thinking about that self-acceptance and that inner acceptance in the heart really translate out into the world, into like what you bring.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's Blue's message spot on, and the kind of the message of the piece too. Well, everybody, if you liked what our actors did today, I do encourage you to tip them. All of that information is in the description below. And of course, thank you for supporting this project. See you later.